Okay, good day, guys. Welcome back to the program here. Um, this is not about Christ, about Jesus this morning, but this is a message I I have written down this morning, and I still want to at least share it so that the government that wants to hold office in my country, guys, in Trinidad, right? Um, they are able, they need to know what they are about so that they can actually win, they can actually run the next government in our country. Put it that way, right? If they do these things, they will attract a lot of voters like myself and a lot of the right thinking voters, which is a lot of the country, right? You need to realize, political party, that people are no longer voting along race and they are no longer voting along, loyalty, but they are voting out. They are voting more with common sense now. What are you going to bring different to the table? You all need to stop taking people for a bunch of fools in this country. We do not have that anymore in this country. They are not people are not going in the voting booth and voting blind anymore. The demographics have changed in the world, as a matter of fact. Not only in your country, people are voting now based on issues. And therefore, if you really want to win the electorate over in the next general election in the country, you actually need to have a plan to fix the issues in our country. It cannot be the old ways of campaigning to win this election, where it is about peacock and it is about showing the corruption of the last government and bad talking one another. And it cannot be that. That is not going to fix our country. If you are coming back to the table and that is your political strategy, right, to pull down the others so that you may raise up yourself, then all you are doing is going to occupy an office without any level of accountability. You need to show the country what is it you are going to do, right? How you are going to fix our country. And there are a lot of the electorate, I'm telling you this, I don't know, I know we have political scientists and whatnot in the country, but I don't know if they're telling you the right information, right? But there are a lot of people such as myself, right? Right thinking people, and a lot are out there, right? That want to know, what are you going to do to fix our problems? When we hear your peacock and you're pulling down and you're scandalizing, and that only attracts a certain volume of people, but it will not attract the volume of people to win an election. Do you understand that? So here are the things that you need to work on. And if you can work on that, if you can show the country, and if you can show the country you can fix, or you can at least make an attempt to fix these areas. Just don't say that you're going to do it. You need to put plans in place to show, this is what I am going to do within the first year of office, and then have a proper 5-year plan. Now, we don't want to see no big manifesto booklet with a lot of technical words written by people who don't even know what's going on, right? Because that is usually the case, right? We want you to come with a 5-page or a 10-page simple document. Bring it, put it in the papers regularly. Take your money, instead of putting ads bad talking the opposition party, the party in government, sorry. Put ads showing what you are going to do for the country. This is what I will do. And this is not only for the opposition party right now, but this is for any party that is aspiring for office, right? If you can get financing, right, which is important, you have to find financing. You should have been doing it over the last 5 years anyhow, right? To at least put out plans on social media, which is probably free. Put out plans, simple plans in social media, put out simple plans in the newspapers, right? Outlining exactly what you plan to do in at minimum 2 critical areas, or two critical areas at minimum. If you can fix these two areas, then here's what's going to happen. Um, People are going to vote for you. You are going to have a huge volume of people voting for you. So this is, I pray that this message will reach not only the opposition party, who may be a bit hard-headed in this area, but other parties who want office as well, who want not office but want to actually do something in the country, right? And we have to stop with all the quarreling and bickering and fighting. Start to put solutions on the table. So we have crime and we have economics. What do you plan to do in these two areas? Let's look at economics, right? The country is on an unsustainable path. Wages are, I'm hearing people complaining for wages, and yes, wages need to go up because people cannot afford the basic needs. But how are they going to sustain these wages? And no one is answering these questions. What are we going to do economically in the next year to 2 to 3 years, right? And the problem is not drill for more oil. We have been putting that on the table for the longest while, and it is not solving our problems. Yes, have a energy department that are out there working with the companies to produce more oil, but that is not the solution to your problem. That is what you have been using as the solution to your problem, but it is not the solution to your problem. Your solution to your problem is go and solicit more work outside. Okay, no problem. That is only a small part, but that is not an actual plan to start turning around your economy, right? Yes, you could put that in writing. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, that is not an act. We want an actual plan, a plan of tariffs. Maybe you need to increase tariffs on foreign goods so that people are going to have to buy more local goods. You are going to force people to buy local goods. You have to probably enforce more tariffs on the fast food franchises in our country, right? Start banning or putting import bans on the high. You want to address the US problem in the country on all these high-end vehicles, all these high-end foods and drinks, beverages coming into the land. Put a full stop to these things. Bring it to an end, right? If you want to drive those vehicles, fly out and drive it. So there are things that we can do, my friend, right? Start addressing profits. Do you understand that? Start addressing profits of businesses. There are businesses that are they are declaring 1,000% profit. They are declaring ridiculous profits. How are they profiting? How does a business profit? On your back. Not because they run a good business. No, my friend. They are profiting on your back. And we have to find a way to deal with these high profits in these businesses, right? Find a way to have to tax these businesses that are making ridiculous amounts of profits, right? Don't say you cannot do nothing. Don't tie your hand, right? Have a plan, have a strategy that this is what we are going to do. And in doing it, look at medication. Medication is exorbitantly high. Find a plan to bring down the prices, and the medication is being controlled by certain people in the country, right? What you need to do is you need to start to take it out of their hands. Stop giving them the foreign exchange to bring it in. Start finding a way or setting up companies where we can bring in these medication, right, and put it out in the market for a reduced price, and start shutting down these suppliers, because they are and you will be hiring a lot of local people, because you are putting these finances in the hands of these people. You are giving them the exchange to do what they are doing, and they are exploiting the country. Put these things down in writing. If you put these things down in writing, what you are going to do, my friend, is you are going to we can hold you accountable for the first year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years in office. If you say these are the things, that's what people like Donald Trump for. Catch that? He won the last election. He put things down in writing. This is what I am going to do when I get into office. He did it the last time as well. He had a plan. He wasn't about pecan and bad talk and pull long. I mean, yes, he did that as well, right? But he was also about this is what I am going to do, and that's what the people liked. Come on, people take a page out of his book and what he. We don't like petty people who like the man, but that's what the man was about, right? So, what are you going to do to change the situation in our country, right? How you want to talk about diversification? How are you going to diversify our economy? What are you going to do different in the first year or 2 years? And don't make it complex to the simple mind when you're appealing to the doctorate mind with your plans and your policies. No, make it very simple. This is what I am going to do to diversify. These are the industries I am going to specifically put back on the market. And this is how I'm going to do it within the first year to 2 years, so we can hold you accountable. Don't have us vote you into power and you say you're going to do all these things, right? And then you don't do anything. If you have a plan, you need to stick to the plan. This is what you're getting in office. Do you see a lot of these people they're getting in office? I'll tell you why. And this is the truth. They are getting into office. All those people you're seeing on the television every day, they don't really business about you too much. Very few of them actually business about you. And that's the truth. You're hearing me. You know what I'm talking about, right? So what they are getting into office to do, my friend, is to profit, to have power, right? They don't business about running your country. Let me ask you something. If the country have no money in it, you think they're going up there for elections? They're not going up there for elections. The country has money in it right now. And so therefore, they are still fighting, they are still going up because they have something to get out of that. They do business about their salary. I hear we complain about salary. None of those ministers care about salaries. Salaries is the last thing on their mind, right? Only when they're about to demit office, like your present prime minister, he may be about to demit office, he cares about salaries. I wanted to catch that, right? And because now he's demitting office, he realizes that here's what's going to happen. The only thing that's going to sustain me now legitimately would be my salary. I need a bigger salary. And so they are showing you clearly that they are only for themselves. All politicians, opposition, and the current government. So don't be fooled by any of them. That's the truth, right? So then it comes crime. It is not good enough to tell us you're going to solve crime. How you are going to solve crime, you need to have a plan, a 10-point plan. And don't say you're going to put more police, you're going to put joint army and police, right? Those things have not worked. Those things have not shown that they have worked. Come up with I'm going to improve the legal system, where we're going to, and you use these nice words, my friend, but they have no timelines. They have no specific plans. Tell us what exactly you are going to do specifically in a 2-page crime plan. Summarize it in a 2-page crime plan and say, this is what I'm going to do. In an economic plan, summarize it in a 5-page economic plan. Put it up on social media. Send it out to the whole country. Don't let us go to your platform and read up what it is you say you're going to do alone. No, but market it to the country. This is what I am going to do. Be man about it. Be bold about it. Tell people exactly what you are going to do. And when you do that, my friend, here's what's going to happen, right? People like myself will listen to your plan and say, okay, it makes sense. If this is what you're going to do, don't just tell me, well, we're going to appoint a good commissioner of police. Commissioner of police cannot fix your crime plan, cannot fix your crime problem alone. Those are just points you need to put down. And how you're going to appoint a good commissioner of police? Are you going to go through the present system? Are you going to put your own people? What you're going to do, right? State, hey, this is what I am going to do. Put a name, put 2 names or 3 names of people. We are going to make sure you get the position because you are the one that can actually solve the problem in the country, right? Tell us you're going to put proper managers in the police service, and not just these people who are managing the police service right now, who cannot manage their own homes, right? I listen to some of them on the television. They may know how to go in there and fight crime, put them to fight crime, but they cannot manage the business. Put managers inside there to manage the business, right? Have a different approach to the approach that's going on right now, but put it in writing so we know in a year or 2 years or 3 years time, right? These are the things that we are going to deal with. Let's just shift back to economics for a little bit. Our country has signed into ridiculous deals, where the country is being plundered by certain business people. You as a government need to identify those deals, right? Where we are paying exorbitant amounts of money, and then you need to actually go to court now and you need to break those contracts. You need to renegotiate those contracts because they are done, because the country is suffering because of poor deals that were cut under the past couple administrations, right? We need to now go and restructure those deals so that the country's purse is not being looted, because that's what's taking place in a lot of these deals. We are signing in poor deals, right? I wanted to understand that the opposition party that are trying to win the next government, the next election, if you do these things, what we are going to do, we are going to actually fix the problem, right? And another thing that you need to put on your manifesto, another two things actually, right? When these parties get into power, you cannot take your political friends and your political financiers and put them in key positions in the government. Do you understand that, right? Your loyalists, you take your loyalists and you put them in key positions. You need to put in your manifesto that the people that we are going to put to head up the boards and to head up the positions that are running the institutions of the government, my friend, are going to be smart people, business, people, management people who can actually manage these institutions. You are not going to put your political friends and financiers, which is what happened in your last government, which is what this government is doing as well. And because you are putting square pegs in round holes, my friend, you are producing bad results and poor results, because it's a friend and family thing. It's a feeding trough when these parties get into power. And you need to now show us, and you need to put it in your manifesto. I am going to lay out all of the different people and their qualifications who I am putting on the boards of these state-run institutions, and as the heads of these state-run institutions, right? And you need to go on a set up a HR division or something where you are going to now interview the right people and put the right people in the right positions. What we are seeing now is that there's one man running about 10 different institutions. You're telling me we don't have smart people in this country? Put it that way. I know many smart people that are able to run these different organizations, right? But we have one man running everything because he's the puppet to the government. Do you understand what's taking place? I see it. I could call the names, and many people can call names as well. But this is not about that. Let's not govern the way that we are seeing governance now, because all that is contributing to a poor economy. Are you understanding that? To a broken system, right? And so you need to now state in as few words as possible, these are the things we are going to do. You have social media now. Put it up. Share it, have people sharing it with people, and we don't want to hear this government could break all, this is what we're going to do, that's what we're going to do. They're not going to do nothing because they are already embedded in the system. But if you want to come in, because change cannot happen if the same folk are there operating with the same principles. So if this government is talking about change and they're going to fix this and fix that, please do not be deceived, right? If you are coming in and you are now going to talk about change and about what you plan to do, please outline it. Please appeal to the voter that wants, which is a huge amount of people, that wants to see what you are going to do different. how you are going to do it. A plan, a vision, a plan. This is what we are going to do, and we will vote on you. I don't want to hear you're going to give people a wage hike. If you're going to give people a wage increase to appeal to the workers and them, and we want people to get a wage increase, my friend, how are you planning to balance your budget? What are you planning to do to be able to pay for that wage increase? And say it in language that can be transferable into action. Right? And then what do you finally do? We take your policy, right, and we take it to the have several forums with the economists in the country, the energy people in the country, the criminologists in the country, and you sit with them, and the public and the media, and you sit now with them, instead of these political gimmicks every week where you're sitting and you're ranting and you're braying and you're whatnot. That's not helping us. Sit with these people now, share your policies, hear what they have to say, right? And let the public get there, let the public understand exactly what you are going to be doing, right? And let's hear if these people who are somewhat educated in these areas can say yes or can say no, that is a failure plan. Give them their spotlight on it to say, look, this is what you can do, this is what you should not do, this is not the right road, this is the right road. And therefore we can fine-tune the process. And even if you get into office, you need to sit with these people who understand these things on economics and start working out, this is what we are going to do. It cannot be a high-handed approach anymore where you are making the decisions. You have your few people and you all are making the decisions, and you are leaving out the people, the man on the street, such as, when I say the man on the street, I'm talking about the economists and the all those different people who are, they have good ideas. You are leaving out these people from the conversation, and you and your group of friends or whatnot and businessmen are sitting and discussing these things, and the people are not benefiting. It's about time we get these people who understand these things into these meetings, right? And we sit and we work it out and we say, this is what we are going to do. And if you do that, my friend, if you start working like that, we are going to see a better country. We are going to vote for you, actually. But if you're not, then all we are voting for is change. We are going to exchange one for another one. You may do a little better than them, but the country will still be the same way. People are still going to suffer. That's true, voters. For voters who are listening to this message, the country is still going to suffer. It is not going to do any better. I want you to keep that in mind. Unless there is some serious change taking place in the way we do business, right? In the way we operate, my friend, then things are not going to get better. I want you to understand that, right? There must be fundamental policy changes in our country. The way we are doing things. Stop with the high-handed approach to things, right? And let us sit down and work and fix the problems. You all are meeting with trade union leaders and whatnot. All them want is money. I'm sorry, right? They are working to get more money in the better interest of their group, because their group is paying them for that. I want the people to understand that, right? But why not meet with the economists and the we have a lot of smart people in this country. Put them together, get them together, and let's sit and work out. Bring these smart people in. Let's the crime, the people who really understand how to fix crime in this country, right? Bring them in. Let's have a conversation. Let's work out a plan. Stop with it. And then when we work out a plan and they take it and they put it on a shelf and that's the end of that. They do business about that. No. You actually work out a tangible plan and actually put it into action. That's the next problem we're having, guys. We're working on plans and we ain't doing nothing. We ain't following the plans. We're hiring all these bright people to sit around, work out something, and then we take it and we shove it on our shelf because it doesn't suit the agenda of our financiers and our own agendas. You remember the latest constitutional reform, right? It's taken, it's put on a shelf. They want to bring it to Parliament. Parliament not going to pass it. That's a gimmickry. Plenty gimmickry, guys. The Parliament don't want to pass things that are against the wills of their financiers and themselves. They will not pass those laws. They will fight against it, and therein lies our problem, guys. Right? So we have to understand that, understand where the problems are, and at least make an attempt to fix the problem. Stop trying to get into power to loot the treasury and to occupy an office and to have power and to hire your friends and your family. It cannot be that again. And you need to put those things in writing. We are not going to do those things. You know what they call that? Political suicide. If we put that in writing, nobody don't want to go up for politics anymore. And that's a good thing. We need right thinking people now, guys, going up into the political arena, right? That are able to fix our country. I want you to understand that, because our kids have to live here, right? And these people are not fixing it. They are running a broken system and getting it more broken and not trying to fix it. Are you going to run a car that is broken, right? Nothing seems to be working, and you sit down in that car and drive in that car up and down the road every day and happy with that? No. You're going to find where it is broken and you are going to try to at least fix it. That's what we need to be doing, guys. Amen. All right. God bless, guys. Take care. Pray that it reaches in the right hands, that it will reach the voters at a minimum, and the politicians in the opposition party, or all the opposition parties, so that they can now try to fix a broken system. And I want to let you all know, it is not a costly thing anymore. You have social media. The majority of people are on social media. They don't really go too much on the televisions and the newspapers and thing anymore. So you gotta go and spend all that money to share across what you are going to do. It is a very inexpensive way of marketing your policies to people, to attract people. I wanted to catch that, and therefore you can actually win a substantial amount of vote with your policies. I wanted to catch that. Hallelujah. Amen. God bless, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.